Welcome to the Rare Sats podcast, where we uncover Bitcoin's best-kept secrets, rare Satoshis. Every episode, we dive into these hidden digital treasures, exploring their value, their history, and why collectors are obsessed. Whether you're here to learn or looking to collect, we'll give you the insights you need to stay ahead in the crypto game. Ready to join the hunt? Hit subscribe, and let's dive in. All right, Rare Sat fanatics, welcome back to the show. Today, we're going deep on Block 78 Satoshis.
Ooh, Block 78 Sats.
These are digital artifacts with some serious historical weight and maybe even some hidden treasure.
Okay, I like it.
So for those just joining us for the first time, a Block 78 Sat is a Satoshi.
Right.
That teensy tiny fraction of a Bitcoin that was specifically mined in, you guessed it, Block 78.
Block 78.
And to add to the mystery today, I've got a little challenge for you. Think you can handle it?
Oh, I love a challenge. Hit me with it.
All right, so here it is. What is the surprising connection between Block 78 Satoshis and the U.S. Constitution?
That's a good one. All right, I'm intrigued. Let's see if I can piece this together as we go.
All right, so let's set the stage. Block 78 was mined by none other than Hal Finney, a true legend.
Oh yeah, Hal Finney, a legend in the cypherpunk world.
Exactly.
Before Bitcoin even existed, he was already running the first reusable proof-of-work system.
Wow.
A concept that will become fundamental to Bitcoin's design and his work on PGP encryption, groundbreaking for digital privacy rights.
You're right.
When he mined Block 78, it wasn't just another block. It was a statement from someone who dedicated their life to these revolutionary ideals.
Wow, you're right. I knew he was a big deal, but you really put his contributions into perspective.
Yeah.
And then that famous tweet of his running Bitcoin on launch day, talk about foresight.
Absolutely. But his contributions go even deeper.
Deeper.
Hal Finney was a leading expert in cryptography, specifically the elliptic curve cryptography algorithm.
Right, ECC.
Yeah.
That's how Bitcoin wallets generate those public and private key pairs, ensuring that you and only you control your Bitcoin.
Exactly.
So Hal Finney helped build the very foundation of Bitcoin security.
Exactly. And that brings us back to Block 78 and why these sats are so special.
Okay, I'm following you. We got historical significance,
Yeah.
a cryptography legend, and a connection to the bedrock of Bitcoin security. But how does all this translate to potential value?
Well, remember, each Satoshi within a block is unique, and with the emergence of ordinals, people can now inscribe data onto individual Satoshis, essentially turning them into tiny, one-of-a-kind digital canvases.
Hold on, you can inscribe data, so like writing on them.
Think of it that way, yes. You can inscribe text images, even programs.
Wow.
It's like creating digital artifacts, turning these Satoshis into unique collectibles, and some of the most interesting ordinals are being inscribed on Block 78 sats.
Okay, things are starting to click here.
Yeah.
We have historically significant Satoshis, and now we have this ordinals technology that allows for unique collectible assets to be built on top of them.
Precisely. And to illustrate just how valuable these Block 78 sats can be, let's talk about the FHAL BRC20 token.
FHAL as in Hal Finney.
You got it. Someone created a token named after him and inscribed it onto a Block 78 sat, and guess what? It's currently sitting at a market cap of $153,000.
Wait, $153,000 for a token most people have probably never even heard of that's incredible? Talk about a hidden gem.
And that's the allure of rare sats. It's like owning a piece of Bitcoin history, a direct connection to its pioneers.
This is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
So we have Hal Finney Block 78 ECC ordinals and this FHAL token. It's all coming together, but I still need that U.S. Constitution connection. Don't leave me hanging.
We're getting there. There's a whole world of Block 78 ordinal collections to explore.
Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat. What other treasures are hidden on Block 78?
Well, there's Panda Wars,
Panda Wars.
a collection with a very unique distinction.
Okay.
It was the first collection inscribed on a sat below Block 100.
Wait, so not just on Block 78, the first under Block 100, period.
Exactly.
Wow, those early adopters really were on another level. I can only imagine the value they hold now.
Absolutely. And then there's Ordinal Maxi Biz, OMB for short.
OMB.
You might remember them from our Block 9 deep dive.
Right. Weren't those some of the first on Block 9?
Yeah.
Are you saying they're on Block 78 too?
Exactly. They were one of the very first collections inscribed on both Block 9 and Block 78.
Wow.
But here's where it gets interesting. The blue-eyed versions of the OMBs, you can only find those on Block 78 Satoshis.
Ooh, a limited edition within a limited edition. Now, that's what I call a collector's item. What else have we got?
Then there's The Final Pattern by Nullish, another prominent name in the rare sats world.
I've heard that name.
This one is particularly fascinating because it's fractionalized.
Okay, I'm going to need you to break down fractionalized. For me, it sounds a bit complex.
Imagine owning a tiny piece of a much larger valuable artwork.
Okay.
Except your piece is still completely unique and verifiable on the blockchain.
Gotcha.
That's precisely what Nullish did with the final pattern. He spread it across multiple block 78 sats, each piece traceable back to the original inscription.
So you could own one tiny piece of this larger artwork, but you could prove its authenticity and connection to the original.
That's really cool.
And here's the kicker. Nullish set the final piece of the collection to Satoshi's wallet, effectively burning it.
Hold on, burning it? Does that mean he, digitally set it on fire? Essentially, yes. That final piece is permanently out of circulation, which makes the remaining pieces of the final pattern even more scarce and potentially valuable. It's a brilliant strategy.
Wow, he's playing 4D chess with digital art. I'm impressed.
And we can't forget Flowers for Finney.
Right.
Not just for its beautiful artistry, but for its touching connection to Hal Finney's legacy.
It's a tribute to Hal Finney, right? Built on, get this, 1 million block 78 sats, and a portion of the proceeds are donated to an ALS charity in his name. What a beautiful way to honor him.
It really is. Flowers for Finney are also unique because they're on-chain breedable flowers.
Breedable flowers.
This means you can actually combine different flowers to create new ones.
Wow.
It's an innovative project that's both artistically stunning and technologically advanced.
So we've gone from a simple question about Block 78 to this incredible ecosystem of art, innovation, and philanthropy, all built on these tiny pieces of Bitcoin history. Yeah. And it's all connected to this visionary Hal Finney who helped lay the groundwork for it all.
It really highlights the depth and richness of the rare sats world, and it makes you wonder what will happen to the value of these historically significant Satoshis as more people discover them.
Exactly. Yeah. This is the first block mined by someone other than Satoshi Nakamoto, by a cryptography legend no less, and it's now home to all these incredible ordinal projects. It begs the question, could owning a piece of Block 78 be like owning a piece of internet history?
It's a question worth pondering, and I think it ties into your question of the day about the connection between Block 78 and the U.S. Constitution. Ready for the big reveal.
I've been waiting for this all episode. Lay it on me.
Remember how we talked about inscribing anything on a Satoshi using ordinals?
Yeah.
Well, someone took that idea to a whole other level and inscribed the entire U.S. Constitution onto a Block 78 sat.
Wait, the entire Constitution? Every single word on one tiny Satoshi? That's insane.
It really is. We'll be sure to include a link in the show notes so you can see it for yourself.
It's mind-boggling. Who would have thought a piece of Bitcoin history could become a vessel for such an important document?
It really speaks to the creative potential of ordinals and how they can be used for more than just digital art. It's about preserving ideas, history, even legal documents forever on the blockchain.
Okay, I have to admit, you totally got me with that one. That connection never even crossed my mind.
It just goes to show you the world of rare sats is full of surprises.
Well said.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, let's take a moment to recap everything we've learned about Block 78. It's not just a random block on the Bitcoin blockchain. It represents a turning point, a giant leap towards decentralization. And it stands as a testament to the ingenuity of Hal Finney. A true pioneer in cryptography, with Ordinals Block 78, is evolving into a canvas for digital artists and innovators, a place to create truly unique and historically significant assets.
It's remarkable to think that something as seemingly insignificant as a single Satoshi can hold so much value, both historical and financial. And as the Bitcoin ecosystem keeps evolving, it'll be fascinating to watch how the value and meaning of these early blocks and the rare sats within them are perceived by future generations.
Absolutely.
So for our listeners who are just starting to explore the world of rare sats, what's the key takeaway about Block 78?
I think the biggest takeaway is that Block 78 is more than just a number. It's a powerful symbol of Bitcoin's early history, its technological innovation, and its passionate community. And with the power of ordinals, it's become a treasure trove of digital artifacts that offer a unique connection to the past and a window into the future of digital ownership.
Couldn't have said it better myself. For those of you who want to dive deeper into Block 78 and all its treasures, we'll be sure to include links to all the projects we talked about today in the show notes.
Definitely check them out. You might just discover your own piece of Bitcoin history.
And don't forget to share your thoughts and discoveries with us on social media. We love hearing from fellow rare sat enthusiasts.
Until next time, keep exploring the fascinating world of Bitcoin. You never know what hidden gems you'll unearth.
And that brings us to the end of another Rare Sats podcast. Deep dive. We'll be back soon with a look at another fascinating type of rare sat. Until then, happy hunting.